I'm just gonna go ahead and say it. Moment of Triumph is not only Destiny 2's last update, but it is easily the greatest update this franchise has and ever will have for the foreseeable future, and I am fully convinced that if this wasn't the final update, this could and probably would have revived the game for an overwhelming majority of people, because holy shit, this update is seriously that exceptional, and with so much content across the entire game, and with brand new things to do, this update is not only going to hold over veteran players for months, but to anyone wanting to play Destiny 2 after all of this time, there is almost no better time than now to jump in and experience everything this game has to offer, and it will easily get you thousands of hours of gameplay. This update, Monument of Triumph, is so fantastic, it's so impactful that strangely enough, even though this is most definitely Destiny 2's final update, this feels like the relaunch and the re-release the game so desperately needed all of these years. And even if this is the end for now, they have left this game in a state to where anybody, anywhere at any time can pick it up and never miss out on anything. For the longest time, I pretty much absolutely hated the state of Destiny 2, and I told myself that I would never play this game again. It would only come back for Destiny 3, and as you can see, that doesn't seem like it's ever going to happen, at least not in the near future. And with all of the news and the twids that came out about all of the things being added and the many changes being implemented, there was no better time than now to give the game one more chance, even if it was just for one day. I think I'm fully invested again and back for the long haul, whatever that may be and whenever it may be. A vast majority of problems I had with this game were for the most part completely fixed with this one update. Overly complicated menus that I've had a problem with in the past have been stripped back to be much more simple and easy to read. Almost all content inside of the game was made relevant once again, allowing you to earn gear everywhere and with everything that you do, bringing new and old weapons and armor to the forefront once again. Almost every single playlist and activity has been brought up to power, with so many different ways to earn loot and gear that there really is something for everybody to feel invested in. The ability to attune your own loot pool per activity. Almost every single paid cosmetic is now earnable in the game, with drop rates on free currency being increased tenfold. Brand new activities inside of all patrol spaces, such as distortions, making them a worthwhile endeavor to partake in. More vault space, loadout slots, and brand new abilities and aspects for all of the classes while reworking existing abilities. And before I talk about the brand new activities that I've been mentioning, I need to talk about the director. Finally seeing it back after so long and in its brand new form is absolutely incredible, and it never should have went away. Everything you ever wanted is right there, back for you to observe and take in for the rest of Destiny 2's lifespan. And at the tower, it's all decorated for moments of triumph, and it will forever be this way until the servers go offline. The original Destiny 1 tower that you could see in the distance has finally been fully rebuilt, and although we have no idea if we can ever experience it inside of Destiny 2, maybe it's setting up something in a possible future, if that's ever plausible. But the most important and memorable change is that the Traveler itself has finally returned to the Earth, forever resting itself above the last city, waiting in silence for the next big adventure. And as for the portal, one of my biggest problems I had, they actually implemented it into a fantastic way. And if you are looking for a specific activity that you can't find in the planetary directory, all of the nodes are there at the bottom of the screen, similar to how it was inside of Destiny 1. You got all your activities set into categories, how it was before, but now much more organized than before as well. And with this overhaul that the portal brings, you'll find brand new activities like Pantheon 2.0 making its return, distortions and patrol zones happening on all planets, your daily and weekly rituals, and the reintroduction into easily one of my favorite game modes ever added into Destiny, Sparrow Racing League. Now I fucking loved this game mode back in Destiny 1, and while it had its problems, I still enjoyed the hell out of it. But I'm gonna go ahead and say it, Sparrow Racing in Destiny 2 blows Destiny 1's out of the water, and it isn't even a contest. And in fact, it's in a league of its own. The racing is not only faster, but it is more consistent, more refined, much more intense, and insanely fun. And the new soundtrack to accommodate you on all the tracks is crazy. Being able to choose between sparrows and skimmers before every single race adds so many different options, and with every single skimmer and sparrow performing the same, everyone is on an even playing field, no matter what vehicle they use, and it all comes down to visual expression. We also have all 4 of the original SRL tracks from Destiny 1 returning, alongside the brand new Quantum Circuit, which is probably the most unique track bar none. And with its own set of specific weapons and armor you can earn, there is now much more of a reason to play it other than it just being flat out fun. I have probably only gotten through a rough 3% of loot and content done on the launch day, because that was how much there is to do, and I definitely will have hundreds of more hours to go. One of the biggest decisions I made going into this update was to delete all of my characters, clean out my vault, and restart from scratch, because we all have nothing but time on our hands now. However, I did make one more decision. After almost 12 years of being a hunter main, where every expansion and DLC I would always start on my hunter and grind the hell out of it before moving to the next class being my warlock, it's time to hang up my cape for a while and main my least played class across both Destiny games, Titan. I figured if this really is the last ride, and this is the end, what better way to spend the rest of my time playing Destiny than to play the one class which has started to grow on me over the months. And since we got nothing but time now until the next game, if that ever even happens, there ain't much left to lose. And it seriously cannot be said enough, but this update is so freaking good that it's probably the best update this franchise has ever seen, and I highly encourage anyone and everyone to give it a try, because as I've said, even though this is the end, it feels like the relaunch this game always deserved and needed. And lastly, as I wrap this video up, I want to address you all, everyone inside of the Destiny community, everyone who's interacted with my videos, and everyone in the gaming world as a whole. Thank you for everything. Destiny, for a lot of people, myself included, has become more than just a game, but a living, breathing universe that still has so many stories and secrets to tell. And over the past couple weeks, everyone from all corners of the internet has come together in celebration of this franchise. Regardless of how they have felt in the past, I know myself personally, I've been frustrated in the direction the game was heading for years and stepped away for a while, but I never wanted the franchise to end. I only wanted it to get back on track, and I am thankful that even if it is in its death, it has gotten to a state where I can finally and confidently say once again, Destiny is my favorite game. And to the community at large, for showing out on the launch day of this update, and even days prior before then, and with all the noise we have made online and our support for a game we all love. I don't know what happens next or where we will all be heading in life, but I'm glad that, in the final hours, we all came together one last time, to stand united and let the world know that Destiny means something and is worth continuing. And I have a feeling that somebody somewhere important may have just heard our message. But ultimately, if nothing changes, I still hope that you will continue to find joy in this game and go out on that next raid with your friends, load into that next dungeon or crucible match, go find new secrets and lore pieces, race against each other across different planets in the universe, and continue to celebrate all things Destiny, because there will never be another game like this. I plan on uploading a bunch of more Destiny videos currently, and I plan on staying in this universe for as long as I can. And I hope to see you out there, wherever that may be. See you Starside, everybody.